Stimulus check update. This just came out today. Joe Biden makes an announcement about a May deadline that could impact 2023 stimulus checks. And if you're somebody on Social Security that's been waiting for a stimulus check, regardless of if it's retirement, SSI, SSDI, any of those fixed income benefits from the government, you're going to want to stick with me till the end as well, because I got some Social Security updates and information for you on stimulus. Now, in addition to that, this is just to clarify on a federal level for everybody in the nation. Now, if you want information about state, city, and county checks, which are available that a lot of people don't even realize, I have a list of literally over 100 different ones at my website at www.reliefroadmap.com, where you can access them if you are interested. But this is for everybody in the nation, and President Joe Biden's latest announcement that he made about the May deadline for the declaration state of emergency. It's going to be impacting checks. Now, it might not be what you think either. So I'm going to cover the details. I'm going to put this on the screen, read right from it so you can see it's the latest. Link it in the description so you can read it for yourself. And if you appreciate that, do me a quick favor. Before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date. I'll let you know everything that unfolds, regardless of whether it's what you want to hear or not. I'll make sure that you know the latest and you can know about what's available for you and your family. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so again, link in the description below to this article if you'd like to read it for yourself. Just came out this morning about 2 hours ago from the time of this recording. That's Joe Biden made an announcement about a May deadline that could impact 2023 checks. Now, it says the COVID-19 pandemic changed people's lives forever. So it's not surprising that it resulted in the country officially entering a state of emergency. However, despite the fact that the COVID-19 has not been eradicated, life has largely returned to normal for most people. Now, let me know if you agree or disagree. I've heard a lot of people say no. There's a new wave that's hitting that is impacting a lot of people, still causing devastation, and a lot of people saying no, we need to get back to regular life. Now, as the threat of the pandemic waned, the country remained officially in a state of emergency. However, that will soon end. As we just heard, I let you know over the weekend, the president officially sort of abruptly announced they're going to be ending this in May. President Joe Biden recently announced that the National and Public Health Emergency Declaration would be extended one more time until May 11th of 2023, but would terminate after that. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, we will see, that they're going to probably extend it again. I'm not so sure. I want to make sure that everybody knows they have now officially met the 60-day notice. This is plenty of time. And for them to say this, I would just recommend that everybody prepare for the fact that this could be officially coming to an end. And I shared with you some of the implications that it will have for funding for pandemic programs. Now, this important announcement could affect the likelihood that you will get another stimulus check deposit into your bank account. An end to the state of emergency likely means no more COVID-related stimulus payments, but we're going to be diving into more detail, as that is COVID-related stimulus checks. Watch this. When the COVID-19 pandemic first hit full force in the United States, this prompted bipartisan action to offer financial help to the public during lockdowns. In fact, both the first and the second stimulus checks were supported by lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. After Biden took office, however, Republicans largely stopped supporting the idea of more financial relief. In fact, the third stimulus check was passed by Democrats only, with no support for lawmakers on the right at all. Control of Congress has shifted since Biden took office, so it is no longer possible for a fourth check to be authorized without support from both Republicans and Democrats. As a result, it is very unlikely that the federal government would send out another payment unless the pandemic once again presented a grave threat, as it did initially. With the president indicating the emergency declaration is coming to an end, this is a clear signal that the experts do not expect the pandemic to ramp up and cause further lockdowns. If COVID-19 is no longer an emergency after May, Congress will have no incentive at all to come together to try to send out a fourth stimulus check. So they're saying that Congress will likely not come to an agreement on providing legislation for a fourth check. Now, there also is leftover funds from previous packages still sitting there in the amount of $500 billion. What's going to be happening with that? Now, take a look at this. Does this mean that stimulus checks are entirely off the table? Pandemic-related stimulus payments will almost assuredly not be coming once COVID-19 is no longer considered an emergency, but there is still a slim chance that stimulus money could be sent for other reasons. And we've heard that the chances are actually very high that they will be coming for another purpose other than the pandemic. Stimulus relief has been authorized during recessions in the past. So this has happened before. They're saying it's going to happen again. So if economic conditions worsen, it's possible a bipartisan bill could be passed to provide more financial help. This would not be a COVID-19 related payment though, but instead would be designed to help jumpstart a poor economy if lawmakers believe this extra bit of help is necessary to keep the economy afloat. So we're hearing that there is going to be another check in the future, likely with another recession. Now, the question is, when is that going to be? Are we in a recession right now? Let me know your thoughts, but take a look at some of the headlines coming out just today. A 2023 recession would mean job losses for most industries, even as others add work. Wall Street economists say recession in 2023 will look like the biggest crisis of the 1970s. So a lot of people are saying it's going to be bad, and it's here right now. But take a look at this headline just coming out today. Jeremy Siegel sees stocks rallying 10 to 15% in 2023 as lower rates outweigh a mild recession. This just came out 2 hours ago, and they're saying we're kind of in a mild recession right now. So let me know your thoughts. If we're in a recession right now, things will need to get more severe in order for Congress to even take into consideration more checks, and also maybe tapping into the existing funds that are still remaining. And while we're in the state of emergency for the next couple of months, will they tap into those funds and provide it for something? Let me know your thoughts, you guys. I'm not sure. We will see. I'm not going to tell you there will or will not be a stimulus check because, as you know, things could change in a matter of minutes. But whatever unfolds, I will be sure to report it so that way you know the latest. Now, also, a lot of people on fixed benefits. We heard that last year, Social Security fell short of inflation, the COLA increase every single month. Now, this year was a record high, 40-year high, 8.7% increase. We're going to be seeing how that holds up, but also we've heard 2023 will be the year of Social Security reform, and we just had some incredibly good news, a new boost to the Social Security programs, as now we're hearing both sides of the aisles are going to be fighting over who is going to get the credit for improving, enhancing, and strengthening Social Security and Medicare programs. Now, if you're interested in finding out what's going to be unfolding with that, I'll keep you up to date every step of the way. And here is the latest update I did on it so you can see what is happening right now in Congress with Social Security, Medicare, and strengthening the programs. So check that video out next if you're interested. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Smash the like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.